Hypertext markup language known as HTML is not a programming language, and that's exactly why it's so powerful. No logic, no syntax error, no debugging nightmares. Like, you just tell the browser exactly how things are, and it listens. In today's video, I'll be breaking it down into 3 different things you actually need to understand: elements, attributes, and the boilerplates. Everything you see on a web page, a heading, a paragraph, an image, it's an element. An element is basically a chunk of content wrapped in tags. You have an opening tag, the content in the middle, then a closing tag with a slash. The tag tells the browser, oh, this is a paragraph, this is a heading, this is an image, this is a list. Like, some element doesn't even need a closing tag. Not that they don't need a closing tag, they don't have a closing tag. An element like image, a line break, and so on. And they are called a void element. Before I move further into what an attribute is all about, think of an element like a Lego brick. Each brick is a piece of your web page. You stack them together to build something up. So that's just what element is all about. An element tells the browser what something is, but an attribute will go further to talk much more about what that thing is. Let's say, for instance, an element talks about the part of the body, but an attribute talks about each bones that build up those parts of the body. See that href? It is an attribute that is used for a link. It's always inside an opening tag. It has a name, an equal signs, and value in quotes. Without href, the link is just a dead text on screen. The attribute is what gives it direction visually. Same thing with an image. src is an attribute that tells the browser where to find the image, and alt is what shows up when the image doesn't load. It's also important for accessibility as well. Before moving to the next section, which is the boilerplate, have this at the back of your mind that an element is what something is, and an attribute is an extra information of what that thing is all about. Every single HTML file starts with the same skeleton known as a boilerplate. It is the basic structure every page needs before you start to write up a code for content. In the boilerplate, we have the doctype HTML. The doctype HTML tells the browser the version of HTML you're currently using, followed by the next line, which is the HTML element. The HTML element is what wraps up all your content and can specify the type of language that's on your page. If you see closely, inside of the HTML opening tag, there is a language attribute there that specifies the type of language you want on your page. Inside of the HTML, we have the head element. The head element is where you put in your your files where users doesn't see on the page, like the title, the character encoding, the links to CSS files. Literally, I call it behind the scene files. Followed by the body element. The body element is actually where your content goes to. Everything the user needs to see on the web page, that's where it exists. So to recap, an element is the building blocks, an attribute is what gives those blocks extra information, and a boilerplate is the foundation every HTML page stands on. If you're following this series, you already know more than most people who say they want to learn web development but they never start. Next episode, we are going to get actually into structuring a page, the heading, a paragraph, a link, and like that we'll start building up. Drop a comment if something clicked for you today, and subscribe to my channel if you really want to follow the build. I'll see you in the next one.